every single person, every parent that I've met at the conference says that the conference is the best thing that they ever did for their child. And the person who recommended that we come was a person that I'd grown to trust, and so I pretty much just took it on faith that if they said it was something worth doing, then that's what we should do. You know, our son was 15 and he was pretty skeptical. I mean, certainly more skeptical than the parents, because the parents want to do things for their kids. So typically the teen might be a bit skeptical, but he wasn't resistant. He's just like, yeah, maybe, maybe not. So we had him come along, and literally in like 2 hours, he was off with the other kids, doing the activities, going to lunch. He just blossomed overnight. And that's a fantastic thing to see in a kid who, you know, is typically more, you know, shy or not outgoing. You know, maybe your kid's like that normally, maybe some of it's because of the stutter, but just giving them that experience at the NSA conference, it is absolutely the best thing you'll ever do for your child.
It's been very, very empowering to hear from other parents, and there's just so much hope through the NSA and how other parents interact with their children, and some tools, and it's just been an amazing experience for all of us, the whole family. It really has been.
I think my son benefited from it when he came here at the age of, I think he was around 12, and it definitely was eye-opening to him. I think the only people he ever met that stuttered was when he crossed paths for 2 minutes in Dr. Phil Schneider's office with another patient. And the conversation and the interaction was extremely limited. I think when he came here and got involved with a group of 20, 30, 40 people his own age, it was radically eye-opening for him. Kids of all different backgrounds, makeups, religions, everything. You know, and he saw that, you know, using our motto, he wasn't alone, it was really earth-shaking to him to see that there were hundreds of other people that stuttered. And I think even more than his own contemporaries, Michael was fascinated by the adults that stuttered and had different occupations, lawyers, veterinarians, doctors, scientists, that had made their way into the mainstream workforces with this stutter. And I think for Michael, and I know for me, that was extremely reinforcing. So I think for Michael, it was an eye-opening experience back in Atlanta, and I don't remember what year, but it was the late 90s, when the two of us entered the building and were immersed in this world of stutterers, where I was the minority and he was the majority who stuttered. And I think for him, he was really, really reassured seeing how people took their place in the workforce and in life who stuttered. Some of them much more profoundly than him, and some of them mildly, but they all stuttered.
Finally, being at the conference, I wasn't able to come last year when Barrett came. So I've obviously read a lot about the NSA over the last year, and I've been on the NSA Facebook group, and I read the all the magazines and so on. And so it was great to see what the NSA was doing, but then actually being here and meeting the people, you learn things about stuttering that you just can't get through reading, or even watching videos. It's just that personal interaction with people and hearing the personal stories of parents and kids and other people who stutter. The 20-somethings, Barrett's 16, so, he's looking at going to college and so on, and what has their experience been. It's just so invaluable and reassuring as a parent to know that there's this support community, and it's possible to just go on and have a fantastic, successful life, and and you will always have the NSA support behind you. I think that's a hugely reassuring thing.
I think the support, I think him being a part of this NSA organization and the huge fellowship throughout the United States and out of the country, for him to feel empowered that he's not alone, and the education that we've learned, and that it's amazing. I can't even put it into words, because I know that from when we went to Youth Day in Tempe in October, the amount of empowerment and self-esteem that it gave him, and then he went back to his school and brought bracelets and educated his peers. It was amazing. So I know that this conference will bring that also.
I think the main benefit for a parent is the sharing and resource component of the NSA. You know, when you grow up with a child that stutters, your really only resource is your speech pathologist. Here you have a vast resource to go to in the organization. We have the finest people associated with us that know everything about stuttering. I mean, when you come to this convention, under this roof, like right now, are the world's greatest experts in stuttering and everything about it. You know, in research, in speech pathology, in every part of the world of stuttering. But also, parents, you get to share stories, you know, and you see that the experiences and the emotions you feel are not unique to you. And you also get to share ways of dealing with them that may be different than your own ways of dealing with them and might be better. Some might not be to your choosing, but others might be, hey, that's a better way of dealing with this issue than I deal with it. And you might walk out of here with a better way of dealing with a specific problem with your child that you never thought of. So I think being in a place with hundreds of people that deal with the same problems that you have is invaluable, both emotionally and practically. So you really have it all under one roof. And not only for the 4 days here, but throughout the year. You know, Tammy, who runs our office, is an invaluable resource to our parents and our children of where to go to find information. And we are the greatest resource in the world for parents who have children who stutter. There's no such thing as calling the office and getting an answer. We can't help you. We will always direct you to someone who can help you.